Hi everyone, Drini here, and welcome to my channel. So we're gonna revisit Axie today, and SLP as well, just to see how we're performing. Let's dive in. So let's start with SLP because that's an easier discussion. I did mention that we only really have three levels to look at. One, are you above the EMAs? If that's the case, you're an uptrend. Are you between the EMAs? Then in this case, you are undecided. Or are we below the EMAs, where it's confirmation that we are on a downtrend? And look at where we are. There you go. So this is why moving forward, as I mentioned in the previous video, when you have opportunities like this, you really have to take advantage of it as a seller. Because opportunities like this don't come by often. But don't feel bad though. There will be opportunities in the future where SLP price will go up again. But more importantly though, what do you need to look out for? So what you're looking for moving forward is when you go to your charts, go to the 4-hourly time frame and just look at the EMAs. So right now, the 21 EMA is still below the 55 EMA. So that means we are still on a downtrend. What you need to watch out for is just watch out for a golden cross. Because once you have a golden cross and price breaks out of here and backtests it as support without losing structure, then you know SLP is back on an uptrend. But otherwise, until this happens, then expect SLP to continue hovering around this price or maybe potentially go lower. One note about structure is this is what I mean when it has to hold. So this is an example where yes, it appeared you had a golden cross, but you have to backtest it as support and it has to hold. It has to not fall like what these candles did in order to ensure that we are on our way forward. Okay, so that's SLP. What about AXS? So let's review what happened to our AXS patterns during our last video. So when we last talked about AXS, I mentioned we were forming a cup and handle right here, and after the run up, we formed another cup and handle right here. So we were actually dealing with two cup and handle patterns with their respective technical targets of 170 and 181. Unfortunately, in the short term, that is currently invalidated. Why is that? Because price has since fallen below the cups and below the respective handles. So once you lose these key levels because of this, then consider this invalidated. Consider the technical targets invalidated for now. It doesn't mean that AXS will never reach 170 or 181. It just means that it will take another structure to get there. So you may be thinking that AXS is doing well because, we're in an uptrend, we are above the EMAs. Is there anything that can go wrong here? Yes. So right now, it may not look it, but AXS is currently forming what we call an ascending wedge. What an ascending wedge is price keeps going higher and higher, but if you notice, the range keeps getting smaller and smaller. So ascending wedges tend to be bearish structures, but only if you break the lower trend line right here. So you can imagine that if the price keeps going like this, keeps going like this, keeps going like this, and eventually falls off, then you have confirmed the bearish structure. Otherwise, for ascending wedges, the way you invalidate this pattern is if you break out of this upper trend line, backtest it as support before continuation to the upside. Personally though, I think AXS will still go a little bit lower, at least over the shorter time frame. So over a 4-hour time frame, we have already formed a bearish cross. So a bearish cross is when the 21 EMA has crossed over the 55 EMA and it's currently under, which signifies a downtrend. So from a price action perspective, we have also been hanging around below the EMAs. Another pattern that's been forming is we have now started to form a descending triangle right here. This key price level of 141.28 is the current price of the 21 EMA. So this is a very, very crucial price point. If you lose the support level, then it's confirmation that we are on our way down. How do we know that it's confirmed that it's going down? If you break this descending triangle structure to the downside. If that happens, you have a technical target of $130. The bullish case here is what we want to happen is the hope is that you break out of this triangle while the EMAs are coming down. You break out of this triangle, maybe backtest the EMAs as support, or you could also backtest the triangle as support, that's also fine. But not lose this price action so that you bounce off from here. After breaking out, you bounce off this price level before continuation moving forward. Otherwise, if you start to break down, expect that we start to form this broadening descending channel that kind of looks like this, and then it hits our technical target before continuation. So if you're looking to buy AXS, what do you do moving forward? The bullish case is easier because what you do is wait for the breakout to happen, and whichever levels the price sort of backtest, because sometimes it could backtest the EMAs if it breaks out strong to the upside, or it could backtest the triangle. This is your buying opportunity, not financial advice. So the trend line could be your buying opportunity, the EMAs could be your buying opportunity. If price continues to break down though, that's when it gets tricky, because what's going to happen here is, while yes, we are on our way to the 130 technical target, the problem is you don't really know if this is the lowest price. Just because we have a technical target of this structure, it doesn't mean that this is the bottom and it will continue to go bullish from here. That's not actually how it works. So on the bearish case, kind of hard. We really have to wait for trend breaks. But otherwise, we'll continue to see moving forward where we are on AXS. And that's it. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell so you get updates on new videos. Leave your comments below, and if you have other gaming cryptos that you would like me to look at, just leave it in the comments as well. Maybe I'll look at it. Until then, that's all for me. Bye-bye.